Hello everyone, myself Madhuri, Associate Professor, Department of Law, Padmavati University, Tirupati. Today we are going to discuss about what is legal right, how it is going to work in a society, as a legal profession, what we can do. Let's see what are the contents we have in this. First one is an introduction part, what we have to remember. And the second thing is what is the mode of a legal aid and what are the objectives and why you need a legal aid and what is the legal framework and what kind of challenges we have and benefits you have, and at the same time conclusion. Let me start with what is a legal aid. So it means it is a providing an arrangement in the society so that the machinery of an administration of justice becomes easily accessible to all persons, not to only some kind of people. It is not out of reach of those who have resort to it for enforcement given by them to the law. This is absolutely given a definition part of Bhagavati Farmer Justice of India. Legal aid is a government program which has been provided for help, advice, representation to those who cannot afford it. That means poor people, indigent people and all. So free legal aid is every Indian fundamental human right which is according to the Indian Constitution. So this particular National Legal Service Authority regulates components of this particular legal service. So legal aid is designed for a people who cannot afford to pay advocates to defend themselves in a honorable court. So these are some of the modes what we have, that free legal aid counseling and assistance, Mega Lok Adalat, mobile courts, illegal aid clinics, negotiations, arbitration and conciliation, and media, that is ADR, information and referral cases. Why you need a legal aid? The objective of this particular legal aid is to lie in bridge the gap between making of legal services, which is to be accessible to all segments of our society. It also aims to protect the rights and interests of the people, those are living in a society. And this particular legal aid is a step by which weaker sections of our country can become strong and enable themselves to live in the society with the confidence. There are three main objectives what we can say is awareness, assertion and arrangements. The first one speaks about empower the people when they are aware of their rights and powers and to learn how to secure these rights. Assertion always gives you encourage those people to assert those as a particular right, not as a favor. This we have to remember. Arrangements. This is another kind of the responsibility of the state to make necessary arrangements to make ensure that these rights are given to those who claim in a particular fair and just manner. Legal aid always speaks in a particular central in providing access to all kind of people. So Constitution speaks about equality before law, the right to counsel, the right to fair trial. Equality before the law. So equality under law or equality in the eyes of law or a legal equality is always a best principle in a law, and Indian judiciary system always speaks about that. So the law and judges always treat everybody in an equal manner regardless of their particular caste, gender, race, gender identity or a national origin, color, ethnicity, religion, disability or any other characteristics without privilege, discrimination or bias. Right to counsel is nothing but a defendant has a right to have an assistance of a particular counsel, that is lawyers, and if the defendant cannot afford a lawyer, it requires a government appoint to one or to pay defendants in a legal expense for the legal expenses. And fair trial means Article 10 speaks about this particular point. Everyone is entitled to full equality to fair and public hearing and at the same time independent and impartial tribunals determinations of his rights. So why you need a legal aid? Legal aid is to help, is to take as a desk for poor and weak. Those are in the necessary for the preservation of rule of law, which is necessary for the existence of an ordinary society. Unless poor illiterate man is not legally assisted, has to be denied equality or an opportunity, they are seeking for the justice. So deprived people or a poor people when they are living in the society, they need a special attention. The judiciary has to taken active interest in providing legal aid for the needy from last so many years. So what is the particular right to get a free legal aid? Who is entitled to give a particular receive a legal aid? The Indian Constitution speaks about every person is entitled to receive legal aid, and Indian citizens always give you a particular right of irrespective of their gender, caste, ethnicity, quality, and so on. A person who is just belonging to SC, ST, or the tribes, women or children, people who have victims of a trafficking, a mentally ill or otherwise disabled persons, a person under special circumstances, an individual in custody includes custody in a protective home. And legal framework for a legal aid in India, we can talk about Article 39A. The Constitution states that states shall particularly provides legal aid by suitable legislations or schemes to ensure that opportunities for securing justice not denied to any citizen. So the preamble of Indian Constitution speaks about to secure the people of Indian justice under the way of social, economical, and political. Article 14 gives you the guarantee that equality before law and equal protection of laws. So equality before law necessary speaks about the concepts that parties of a legal proceedings has been taken equal opportunity to access of court and presenting in the particular cases to the courts. So Article 22 speaks about the person arrested should not be denied in a custody without denying at the same time grounds for the particular arrest should not be denied the rights to consult, and at the same time it can be defended by the legal practitioner of a particular choice. So therefore, it has to be remembered that the Legal Service Authorities Act 1987 speaks about NALSA and at the same time SCLCs. So to ensure a free legal aid, especially to the poor and underprivileged people. And this act includes provisions of legal aid, those weaker sections in the society who fall in the purview of Section 12 of this particular Act 1987. And it also entails creating a particular legal awareness by spreading legal literacy through legal awareness camps, print media, digital media, organizing Lok Adalats, mega Lok Adalats for the amicable settlement of a disputes which are either pending or which are yet to be filed by way of a compromise. The National Legal Service Authority has been organized, under Legal Service Authorities Act 1987 to provide free legal service to the weaker sections in the society to organize Lok Adalats. And legal services in the way of legal literacy programs, Lok Adalats, mediations, victim compensation, and the legal aid. So free legal aid should be given to the weaker sections. Formally, we can just have a campaigns creating legal awareness programs, settlement of the conciliations, resolving of a particular disputes, compensation to the victims also by the state also can be given. So there are certain kind of challenges which is to be taken is illiteracy and lack of awareness. As we know, dear friends, legal aid has not yet achieved unto the goal which has been still unaware of their rights. So due not to knowing the meaning of a legal aid and a general lack of information, poor people are abused and deprived and the particular rights and benefits. So insufficient financial support, and according to the sources, there are 0.2% of GDPs that are spent in administration of justice and law in our countries. And the amount is grossly inadequate and insufficient in the democracy. So this legal aid has certain kind of limitations also. This limitation act speaks about covering the total cost of bond by the person. It also covers the deposition of charges and lawyers' fees, but it does not cover bribes, transportation of cost, and other expenses required at the ground level. So benefits also we can see in a positive angle, that is a fairness in the system is there, and it has been made a judicial system accessible to everybody, and the judicial system works more efficiently. It has been empowered citizens by informing them all kind of a particular different paths in the societies, and of course because of that, as a result, it has been helped in getting better judgments also nowadays. So dear friends, finally I would like to conclude that legal aid is an important concept in the Indian legal system. and it also uplifts low income and unprivileged members in the societies, providing free legal services. Everyone is entitled to free legal aid, especially women, children, and belonging to this particular disadvantaged communities as STs and SCs. It is funded by central, state, and district level authorities. Thank you.